Hi and welcome back. This is the second video that's designed to help you in your process of determining your haplogroup from your mtDNA HVS1 sequence. In this video, I'm going to show you how to align your cleaned up reverse complement sequence with the reference sequence. You'll also see how to properly number the alignment so that you can determine what your mutations are and what your haplotype is. Once you determine your haplotype, then you're going to use a number of different sources to try to figure out what haplogroup you belong to. Alright, so I've got the PDF of the handout opened up, and we're going to scroll down. So we've done the first part here. We've got our reverse complement sequence ready, and we're going to grab the reference sequence now. You'll be able to copy and paste from the handout if you download it as a PDF or a Word document. Right underneath. Just like that. Now we want to format this the same way that we formatted our sequence. So we'll pick the correct font here. Courier or Courier New. It's a 10-point font. Okay, and we want to get rid of these spaces as well. Notice that there are 3 N's in the beginning of the reference sequence. Do not delete those. Those are needed. The reason why the 3 N's are there is because the sequence itself starts at 16,024 in the mtDNA genome. But we want our numbering to start at 16,021 for the sake of ease of numbering. And when we do the alignment and we number the alignment, you'll see what I'm talking about. Now we're ready to do the alignment. We want to go back to the handout, and we want to come to the section 3 where it tells us how to do this. We want to open up this website, scroll down, and the program we're going to use is ClustalW. And we're going to copy and paste our 2 sequences from our Word document right here. Include those headers, and again make sure there's only 1 space between the 2 and no extra spaces in the headers. I'm going to copy and paste that right in, and you'll hit submit, and this will take a little bit of time, but through the magic of video I will shorten that time up. And there is our beautiful alignment. I'm going to grab all of that and put that into our Word document. So you'll notice a number of things straight off here. You'll notice that the 3 N's line up with CTG, and when we number this alignment, you'll see why that is the case. And then where we're missing stars here, you'll notice that the bases are different. And then here at the end you have some spaces, and that just means that our sequence was shorter than the reference sequence, and we'll be deleting those once we number the alignment. So we have our alignment, but it's not numbered, and we need to know where in the genome your mutations are so that we can assign the haplotype. So the way we do that is we go back to the website and we scroll down from that alignment window, and where it says output, we're going to right click on alignment in FASTA format. Now in a Macintosh this might be different. You don't want to just click on it. You want to right click and you want to save the target as, and it should save to the desktop. So it's going to save as alignment. It is a FASTA file, and that's what we're going to upload to number our alignment. So now what we want to do is we want to go to the home page of the same web page, scroll down, and we open up a program called gblocks. We're going to upload that file that we saved to the desktop. And again, it's named alignment. And we submit. And this will take a while, and I will see you when we're done. Okay, we've got our numbered alignment. So we're going to grab all of the numbering and the alignment and the aligned sequences, and we don't need anything below that, so we'll copy it and paste it into our document. It's going to need its own page. Instead of pasting it by keeping the formatting, we're actually going to let's go to the middle one and get rid of the color. I'm going to need to move my numbers over. So each plus sign is 10 bases, and we can get rid of the number signs. They're just making things messy. All right, and then we can delete all of this to this point right here. So let's. Now that what appears to be a deletion right there, we're probably going to ignore that. But the rest of the mutations that you find in here, as I mentioned, if you've got ends, go back to the fluorogram and see if you can find a clean peak that you can make out the identity of the base. If it's messy, then you're not going to be able to figure it out. And at this point, you'd want to change any ends that are in here to the base that you believe it is. And also you want to go back to your reverse complement edited sequence and change them in there as well. And the reason why is that you're going to be using this, you're going to upload this to get a FASTA formatted file that you're going to use to determine your haplogroup. So you're going to make any changes to ends in here as well. Numbering the alignment is important because we need to assign a number to the mutations. But the numbers that we're going to assign to the mutations to determine your haplotype, they have to reflect the mtDNA genome and where they are located in the genome. And so the numbering that we have right now is not going to serve us. The numbering that the program did for us is in relationship to the beginning of these two sequences. So the CTG would be base numbers 1, 2, and 3. So this is how we're going to renumber things. I've already mentioned that the reference sequence begins at 16,024. So the fourth base in here, there's 3 N's and then the fourth base is a T. That's base 16,024. That makes our first base, this letter C, 16,021. And what that does for us is it makes this first plus sign 16,030. So I will renumber the 10 to become 16,030. And then I will continue my renumbering. But I'm not going to write out the entire number. I'm just going to write out the last 3 numbers. And I will continue renumbering, and you go ahead and do your own renumbering, and I'll see you when you're done. Alright, I'm done with my numbering. You may have noticed that starting at 16,021 here instead of 16,024 made the numbering so much easier. Nice round numbers make it a lot easier. The other thing I did while you were away was I started locating the mutations, and I've only done one just to show you an example. So I located here a change or a difference in the your sequence or my sequence and the reference sequence. So in my sequence I have a C, the reference has a T, and that is a mutation. And I used this alignment to help me locate them much more easily. And then what I did was I bolded and underlined the 2 bases. And then you assign it a number. So we're going to number this mutation 16,060, 60, 61, 62, 63. So it's 16,063. So you want to go through, find all of your mutations, And as I mentioned, that deletion there we are going to probably ignore, but ask us about it in class. That wraps up this video. Once you've got all your mutations and your haplotype, we're going to determine haplogroup. We're going to do that together in the computer lab. I'll see you then.